Hi there, welcome to the Tomb of Illumination. Today's video is about astronomy. Flat Earth astronomy. Now you can go and compare this with your silly globe if you're inclined to believe the spinning ball bullshit. Now there's heaps of information in this, so you might want to hang in there to the end because you're going to learn a lot. All sorts. You can go and compare it with the globe, okay? Bit of stuff from there and work across, shall I? First of all, we have to understand the flat Earth model. There it is right there. I've drawn this. This is a particular time of the season where this is up. There's a separation in here. You want to check out my earlier videos if you want to understand all this. But this is more of the shape that takes place here, you see. It's the ecliptic plane, what it does over a year. This is down and out, right down and out to Capricorn here, all the way around the south. It's like a jellyfish. The whole thing goes down and then back up to Cancer. This is where we have goat, the Capricorn down here, wider. The southern hemisphere is a lot wider and bigger. Centre north, up and in. There's up and in is Cancer, right? There's your, what do we got there? Oh, there's the crab, you see. The crab. But it's not just the fact that it crawls sideways up here at the solstice, but also the cardioid. See the cycles I've shown you before? You've been following me? The stars do this, they come out of the south, swing right round over your horizon, head west, but they actually swing right back into there. That's on every man's meridian. That's what he sees in his image, in his arc of horizon. If you're over here, you'll see the same thing. The stars come out of the south, swing around like this. Well, in the north, they do the same thing. They swing out, go west, and in his arc of horizon, swing around back into there. Okay, he only sees half at a time. You've got day side and night side. Can't see two at once. So no one's ever shown this before. You would never have known that. There's the sun, you see. The sun's, they've drawn the sun in the centre there. Sometimes they, this might have something to do with the bull's head and the horns with the sun in the middle in the Egyptian depictions. Therefore, if the sun's in the middle, then the black hole's behind it. But the way we draw it properly is there's the black hole and there's the sun on its horizon. That's the head, there's the body, and that sun moves around the horizon. Okay? Science doesn't tell you that one either. Here you go. And what we have down in here shines up here at night and shows us all the northern hemisphere stars. But because the magnetic field of Earth comes down in the south, it creates a parabolic image. This image, because there is only one main place of creation, that's in there. So everything in there is here, but that gets cast down into there. That swings down into there like that. Now you see it inverted, the inverted image. A parabolic image is cast back to the viewer, right there on his horizon. You can't get to it because as you move towards it, it keeps moving further away. It's holographic projection into the moisture-filled atmosphere. Okay, moving along. Why is Leo the lion so prominent in ancient stories? Because it represents the beginning of spring. All religious stories, all philosophy is about the beginning of the September spring, not the March spring. It's all about September. Why September? Well, it's because, here's the sun's analemma, right? It's because we've become a split cell. That's the first kingdom. Well, I always get this confused actually. First kingdom, second kingdom. So, this must be the first kingdom. But sometimes I say this is the first kingdom because it's moved out from the centre north. There's two ways to look at it. This is the original in here, and this is the came about later in the split cell. You see, started from there, split off, and created the southern hemisphere. So our philosophy and religious stories are all about the second hemisphere, the south. This is why I see it, from what I understand in the books. And it's coming down the right hand side, coming down this way. That's the September spring coming down the sun's dilemma. Cast the fish on the right hand side. It could mean that, or it means, you know, you're over here in Virgo, but the fishes are over here on the right hand side. Okay, in Pisces, because the whole divine story is about the awakening in early September, spiritual enlightenment. And where's the moon? It's over here at that particular time. The divine story of Jesus, etc., and all the kings actually. You got that? Beginning of spring, September. Now, as for the kings, maybe, but the average man who's will not be a king, because they can't all be kings. They will be affected either here or there. It's March spring or the southern spring, but not in a divine way like the kings are awoken through the solar eclipses, and there's a lot to it. There's a heck of a lot to it. Solar eclipse. Got the solar eclipse here in the Jesus story. 29 degrees Leo. And then the sun races around after 17 days, ends up somewhere here in Virgo. 17 days later I think it was. And the full moon is in Pisces over here. So spiritual enlightenment, your second birth, always concerns the full moon. The full moon and the moon sign that you were conceived in. Okay? Now, why do we say constellations go backwards? Because if the sun is quicker, which it is, and lapses stars every year, plus 1/5 of a degree, is that right? Of a degree, then the stars lag behind 1/5 of a degree the next year. At the equinox, not only the sun, but the whole Milky Way band against the background stars. Because there's three motions. There's the planetary motions in the ecliptic plane, because they all follow the ecliptic plane over the year. That's what I meant to do. This is what the video started off with, me going to explain the sine wave, because you know, we know the guy on YouTube keeps showing us this flippin' sine wave, okay, and they don't really understand it, so I was going to do the video on that. Well, I don't think I'm going to have time now. Get onto that with another video, eh? Yeah, so the ecliptic plane tilts like this, and all the planets move on that ecliptic plane, up and in, down and out. And the sun projects its rays onto this, because the magnetic field, it's the moving of the magnetic field. The actual sun back in creation stays there and does a small rotation, but it projects its light out across on these magnetic field lines. Okay, as it turns around the black hole. That's the seasonal changes up and down. Where was I going with that? Oh, down here, constellations go backwards. So, and what happens is the sun's the quickest because it's on the inside track of the ecliptic plane. And it passes. So, there's this, so it's the stars. Well, the sun catches up and passes them. It passes them over the whole year, right round, and then ends up just there, slightly in front. By, is this right? I don't know, 1/5 of a degree a year. Could be. Can't remember. Lose my concentration, you see. And people can't get their head around that fact. They keep thinking that the stars are quicker because down there, stars move around the Earth 361 degrees over 24 hours. Only because the sun is 1 degree quicker than the stars per day. This is per day. If the sun has shot ahead by 1 degree, then the stars appear to move that extra 1 degree to catch up to the 24-hour day of the sun. But the actual 360-degree cycle is 23.56 minutes. The sun keeps time, keeps a 24-hour time. Okay? I can say that till the cows come home, but people still won't understand. So the sun's quicker, the sun is quicker, shoots past them. They all go in the same pace, roughly, but except for that 1 degree per day. And no, I can't do it that way. I've done other videos on that. It's just how the whole system works. They won't tell you that though, because that's not to do with their bore. Next year the equinox, not the. So you've got to understand. There's the okay. Back to the planets. You've got the motion of the planets. You got the motion of the background stars, and then you have the motion of the Milky Way. So see up here, the sun moving in the Milky Way. The sun slips in the Milky Way because the Milky Way is separate to the background stars, and the sun is in here. And the sun slowly moves ahead of the Milky Way stars because the sun is right at the centre. It's on the inside track. So even though the Milky Way stars are right there around it, because like the umbilical cord and the egg inside it, the sun is that little bit quicker. So it's moving, slipping inside the Milky Way 30 degrees every 21,600 years. This is the precession of the equinoxes. Precession is 1 degree over 72 years. Realise that? So you're seeing a change in star patterns. Now this takes us back to Abydos, you see. In Abydos they're showing us, the Egyptians, the reliefs are showing us an overlay of images. This is the Milky Way passing over the background stars. Okay? So you've got an image in the stars, but when the Milky Way finally catches up, it overlays another image, a different image. And this is what those helicopters and those ships and stuff are in Abydos. They're an overlay. You take that back off, you'll find the original. And then you'll find this other one that's been overlaid to give it a different image. This is what happens between the Milky Way and the background stars. So, precession is gravity induced. What a joke. I'm going to read something off my phone in a minute. Global nonsense. Precession caused by the cyclic precession of Earth's axis of rotation. What a joke. This is the rotation up here. Because of this X motion inside the central vortex of creation, and its up and down movement and within it. And all that's cast into our night sky here. Okay? Projections. That's what's changing. The projections, the images from in here, slightly change out here in our sky. Our moisture-filled atmosphere with the black backdrop as the screen. Position caused by the cyclic precession of the Earth's axis of rotation, LOL. No, it is merely the Sun being ahead of the stars by that much each year. Why? Because the Sun is on the inside track of the ecliptic plane. It's the fastest, has the most energy. Energy is coming out of the centre black hole, and the Sun's the first thing off the rank, first thing on the rank. I've gone over it all already. There's heaps on my mind. So that's the way we need to look at the zodiac. Draw it that way. And everything starts at Aries, right? Starts here and goes that way. Everything is moving that way in the zodiac. But because the Sun is quicker, it's leaving the stars behind. So when the Sun shows up somewhere here, this is obviously back a little bit more each year because the Sun is so much quicker, leaving it behind. That's all it is, because the Sun is right back here in the centre, just off centre, and the black hole's in the centre. It's a good one. You understand that? See? The animals. Ram, the ram's horn. I think I've done a video on that one. I've done a video that he showed the bull's horn and what it all meant once before. Understand that? The star's image, and then bring it back around like that. So you're looking at it back to front, inside out. That's why you can't pair them. Probably can if you're a flippin' genius. You can probably search it out. Right, back to this phone here. Bit of frickin' science nonsense. Read it out to you. Show what these dickheads are doing. Right. Britannica, precession of the equinoxes, right? They give these stupid bloody drawings of the tilted ball Earth. Think of the Earth, tilted ball Earth. Funny how they say that the Earth is tilted 23.5 degrees when you can get out there with the telescope and watch the planets over the whole year and watch them tilt and then back up and then go that way. Because Earth's fixed and stationary, we're watching the whole ecliptic plane above us tilt down and out, up and in. So this is level here, right? This is level through here. But that's not the equinox. The equinox is down here when you're sort of probably equal. It's down here further. We don't see, well you should do, I suppose you can. I never see it because the weather's so crappy. You'll see that the planets here are sitting level at the 6th of September. Equinox is not, it's already on the way down, isn't it? It's already on the way down here. There's the equinox there. It's up here that's, everything sits level. That's the holiest of holy times of the year. 6th day of creation, all that. Now, listen to what they say here. In compiling his famous star catalogue, completed in 129 BCE, the Greek astronomer Hipparchus noticed that the positions of the stars were shifted in a systematic way from earlier Babylonian Chaldean measures. Probably just altered a little bit. This indicates that it was not the stars that were moving, but rather the observing platform. Hello? Who decided that? Where's the evidence of that? This, just because of what he just said there, this indicates that it was not the stars that were moving, but rather the observing platform. Dipshits, where'd that come from? Where's the evidence? Not round there. Earth. Such a motion is called precession and consists of a cyclic wobbling in the orientation of Earth's axis of rotation, with a period of 25,772 years. Precession was the third discovered motion of Earth. Third discovered motion. The truth is, the third. Background stars, Milky Way, ecliptic plane. And they're all back in here in the centre. Okay? This tilting down or tilting up. Up and down. And the background stars are down here. So you've got the background stars in here. The planets up on around here. And then you've got the Milky Way. And the sun is in the Milky Way. And the sun is rolling in the Milky Way a little bit quicker than the Milky Way is moving across the sky. After the far more obvious daily rotation and annual revolution, precession is caused by the gravitational influence, gravitation of the sun and the moon, acting on Earth's equatorial bulge. To make a lesser extent, the planets exert influence as well. Totally made up bullshit. They've made a whole story to go with it, and the people on Earth are so dumb, so ignorant, they go with it. So I went over that, didn't I? The motions of the stars each day. So the sun's raced ahead that 1 degree. So these stars now have to make up that there, see? So because the stars have gone round, done their 360 and ended up here in only 23.56 minutes, the average guy thinks, oh, they're quicker. They're not thinking of the gap here where they have to move that little bit. They make up, it's all theory, where they're making up this little gap, this 1 degree extra. So because they do that circuit, as they're doing the circuit, the sun races away ahead, that's the 360 degrees there. But this is your 24-hour day, and the sun rules, governed by the sun. So it's lagging, 4 minutes behind. Simple. Abydos, the overlay, stars, Milky Way coming along, and look, overlays. Oh, look, change the shape of the stars and the constellations. An overlay. That's all then. That's all I had prepared. Not enough room on the board to get going, add more to it, I suppose. Watch it all again if you like. It's all there, easily explained. Magnetic fields of Earth. There's the image of the night sky in the north, and it sends out an inverted image out here to the south, and they're turning together, and everything turns as it moves around. It's always an image out there from the centre point. Pretty easy. Understanding that, sun shooting that way, everything moving in the one direction. No la BS shit from the bloody globe, everything's spinning in all sorts of directions. It's all going that way. If you can think of those, can't think of the word actually. Yeah, never mind. Everything gets spins around that way, but you can you can imagine a bit of shrapnel from when the plasma was created, the sun bang initially, maybe, threw off certain things, plasma burst like, and created the other rotation that spin off in the night sky. You see those other star formations? They're trying to tell you there's black holes everywhere. Forget all that bullshit. There's only one black hole to think of, and that's the whole black hole, the stationary fixed black hole core that has created our fixed plane of inertia, our Earth. And then think of this as the magnetic flux. Everything works in reverse to what we know on the physical Earth. The hydrogen molecule goes up, changes its gaseous state to nothing, and some flat earthers talk about, oh, we have to be in a closed system, otherwise what happens? Well, when they're referring to the spinning ball, yeah, you can't have the spinning ball if you've got this gas that's shredded to almost nothing, lightest gas found on Earth, can't be up there close to this space where the ball's spinning. What's containing it? No, but it's all within the flux. The pressure, the high pressure, reducing to very low pressure. So it's all tied to the plane of inertia. It can't just float off anywhere. It's just part of this flux of the Earth. It's all about the hydrogen molecule, moisture. Everything's projected into moisture. Resonance, resonating frequencies from the black hole. All the sound comes from this black hole. It's the trumpet. And the sun was formed when it hit the right frequency. Beautiful frequency created all life on Earth. And it's thanks to the sun that we all have images. There would be no images. There'd be nothing. There'd be the sound, the resonance, but there'd be no images until the sun was created. The sun what gives light and gives us all everything we see. But nothing's actually physical. It's all of the light. The hydrogen molecule resonating inside those molecules, the sound that's coming out of there, resonating. And then we're all made up of a collection of frequencies that are all governed by the celestial bodies. As above, so below. All the frequencies are there, casting the image down here on the Earth. All far out for these globies. Leave it there, eh? If you like this sort of stuff, think about signing up to my Patreon. And I tend to put more information there, or I'm starting to anyway. And put a thumbs up or likes up and share. Thank you. Thanks for watching.